Alright, so we want to go where we can get key items. Did I check and see what boss we have up here? Because this is probably the easiest place to grab a character to start with. So we do want to fill the party out as early as we can in order to get everybody leveling up. But I forgot what boss this was. Looks like we've got... Is that Bagan? I'm pretty sure we can kill Bagan. Oh, it's the officers. We're in the back row, and she's got decent equipment already. We should have no problems with this fight. We can cure... Here, let's slow them. And then we'll Stardust Rod for the win. So there's a boss fight with officers and soldiers that you fight in Kaipo, with just solo Cecil very early in the game. Or it might be the Fabul Gauntlet. The Fabul Gauntlet is a series of fights when you're defending Fabul from Baron invaders. Looks like this was the Kaipo fight, though. Rydia got 8 levels. Beautiful. We're already on easy street here. Edward gained 5 levels. Rosa got 2 levels. Glorious. Now let's just go grab the treasures out of here. I don't think... We sold a bunch of arrows. Yeah, we don't have anything to give you just yet. You just hang tight, baby cakes. We'll get you some good stuff. Oh, you know what? You know what? Since we know we have Rydia and we're going to use her, we'll just give her all the apples. Actually, we'll probably alternate, actually, between her and Edward, because Edward is also very, very low hit points. So every spot in the main story where a character joins the party is a join point in the randomizer. And it will randomly pick what character to put there. There is a particular logic where you can say, okay, I want to see every character at least once. The logic that I like is it picks 5 characters for you and populates all those slots with those 5 characters, of which we've seen 3. Rydia, Rosa, and Edward, and we've seen 2 each of Rydia and Rosa. Excellent. Okay, so that's done. Who was my boss? It was the Magus sisters, right? In Baron? And I can summon Titan now. Once. But it was Rydia there. Okay, so where's my other join points? Let me think. Oh, it's actually been a while since I've done a free enterprise run, and now I'm getting lost already. We could go to the Tower of Zot. Oh, but without the Earth Crystal, we can't get a character there. Alright, I think what we'll do then is just... There's a join point in here that we can't make use of because no free lunch is off. Or, I'm sorry, is on, actually. There's like 2 treasures we can get here, and then the boss fight we can probably do pretty safely. The Troya shops are real, though, I gotta say. The Troya shops are pretty good. Hey, and there's apples. And Soma drops. And Bacchus. Okay, so Troya and Fabul all have good shops. The apples increase your max hit points. The Soma drops increase your max magic points. And Bacchus casts Berserk, which is an excellent status effect. Let's see who my boss is here. This would be the Fabul Gauntlet in the main game. This is a story where you fight, I think, 6 fights, rapid fire. In Free Enterprise, that just becomes a, Oh, it's Dark Knight Cecil, and we're dead. Yeah, there's no way. There's just no way. It's just not going to happen. It's just too much damage. So this is a story fight in the main game, when Cecil gets transformed into a paladin. And there's flags you can turn either on or off, whether you want the story fights to play out in the same way as they do in the game, or to force you to actually fight them. Of course, I've got the more difficult flag turned on. I'm going to have to actually fight Dark Knight Cecil at some point. I think there's one treasure to get here. I think there's one, actually two. There's one in a pot. Ooh, a rune ring. Let's go ahead and give that to you for a little more defense. And then this box here is an Elven Bow, which we will give to Rosa for now. Even though Rosa's not going to be pulling her weight for a while, she will be crucially important towards the end of the game. I think there's one more pot in this tower over here. Another Lilith Rod. A glass helmet. Let's give that to you, because Eduardo has the ribbon. There's no magic defense on a glass helmet, but magic defense is not going to be super useful. Not right away, anyway. Clearing out some of these overworld bosses, I think, will be okay. I could grab a second Rydia and then chain cast Titan spells, I suppose. That's not going to gain me anything, though, because I've got the Stardust Rod. The Stardust Rod is a use item. It'll just clear pretty much every boss fight, as long as it's not one of the total BS boss fights, like Dark Knight Cecil, who, if you take away his AI routine from the vanilla game, all he does is throw that Dark Wave repeatedly. Eventually, Rosa will be able to counteract that with her healing. We'll have the HP we need to survive it. But we need to get some key items now, because all of our other characters are going to be locked up behind key items. So, we can't get a key item out of the Mist Cave. The Mist Dragon won't do anything for us, although there are some boxes here, which we'll grab real quick. Whoops. I want to go in from the other direction. Yeah, you don't get a key item from there, unless it is the Mist Dragon. If it actually is the Mist Dragon, whatever, let's just fight this boss, who cares? If it's actually the Mist Dragon, it turns into a key item for us. It is Golbez, who should die pretty quickly, I should think. This is, again, another scripted fight, but he's going to kill some of my characters here. Provided he doesn't kill Rydia. I think Rydia can solo this fight with the Stardust Rod. Because he does have all of his powerful magic and stuff, but he has the stats of the Mist Dragon. Or if Rosa survives, because Rosa can use life. He always leaves two of your heroes alive and then runs. And then our paralysis will wear off, and then we can actually hit him with stuff. Unless he does that. Golbez is another pretty tricky boss, because even with low statistics, like, he's got all these crazy spells. We'll probably be coming back for Golbez later on. But there are two boxes we can grab from the Mist Cave. Real quickly. Oh, I didn't go to the Village of Mists. There's more stuff in the Village of Mists, just freebies we can grab. I want to get these boxes first, though. It's here, it's quick, it's one screen. It might be adamant armor. You never know. Defense sword. A blizzard spell item. Obviously, one of the flags adds in all of the spellcasting items from the J version of the game that were not in the original North American release. And we got some endgame swords. An Excalibur, a ninja sword. I really wouldn't mind seeing Cecil as my 4th or 5th character. We've already got some crystal equipment, we've got an Excalibur. Cecil would be an amazing get. Okay, where is my next key item? There's a key item in the Fabul Gauntlet, which we can't get because it's blocked by Dark Knight Cecil. Mount Hobbs is clear. I need to go to the Village of Mists. I guess Baron and the Magus sisters are my next move. There's 2 boss fights there. We do get a character and a key item. There's a silver wrench. Is that better than the... I think that's better than the Elven Bow, actually. Not that she's going to be firing much, but... yeah, it's a little better. Before this Spoony flag, basically the best you could do with Edward was get him an endgame bow, like the Samurai Bow, some Artemis arrows, which if you're very lucky will appear in a shop, and then cast Berserk on him. And that's about as good as you could expect for Edward. There's a Blitz Whip, there's a Charm Harp, but... some white armor. Oh, you know what? We should probably give him whatever bow Rose is not using. And there's a couple more items back in here. Poison arrows, crystal shields. So our arrows are actually pretty decent for the moment. We got some nice arrows, especially on Rosa. But I don't think the arrows are going to come in handy anywhere because we've got all of that. All that awesome Stardust action. Alright, let's clear this dungeon out. Oh, you know what? No, let's not. Let's go there. Because all of a sudden there's a boss. We can't get a character or anything. Let's go to Antlion's Nest. Antlion's Nest has a key item for us. We have the Twin Harp, so we can clear the magnetic cavern when we get there. But that's kind of a mid-world boss, and I want to see if I can get some levels and items under my belt before then. Kain is set. If we get Cecil or Kain as a character in this party, we've got gear enough for them. Or Edge. Watch though, it's gonna be all casters. We're gonna get Tella and Fusuya probably. Mute arrow is probably better for him. Here you go. You want some mute arrows? Enjoy. There will be a boss down here. Is that better for you? And then we'll give the wizard to you. Nice. Another silver wrench. Just go ahead and throw that one on the pile, Lydia. And a box up here. And one box over here. And I think that's all the boxes. And I just want to hit the save point. Golbez and Dark Knight Cecil are 2 of the hardest bosses to get very early. The other one would be the Wyvern. We have the strongest whip in the game. Not that we're ever going to use it, but... Alright, let's see who's our boss in the Antlion's Nest here. Because this will get us a key item, and the key item might open up the world a little bit more. I went the wrong way, so now I gotta take the secret passage. Who do we got? Is this Kegnazo? Odin. Alright. I think we can do Odin. I forgot we didn't get a full heal here. I think we can do Odin. Beautiful. So yeah, you've seen an example of a late game boss with early game stats. Another glass helmet. I don't think anybody wants that. Glass helmet has great defense stats, but no magic defense. And I don't want to lower Rydia's wisdom. And Edward's already got... Did Edward get my ribbon? Yeah. Actually, what we should do... Give you the glass... Give you the ribbon, my darling. would be much more helpful. So I've got all of the like rare equipment and all the moon treasures that you get from the final dungeon on the moon. All of that stuff is mixed into my key item pool. So my key item pool is bloated with not junk, it's still good stuff. We can't do that yet. I guess we try the magnetic cave. Is a key item that we can try to get. There's no key items here, just a bunch of boss fights. And then that's where Cecil becomes a paladin and Tella learns all his spells. But I'd rather not use Tella if possible. I wonder if I can get some of the monster boxes here now. Do I have a tent at all? I don't. I wonder if I could do it, though. Let's give it the old college try, why not? We'll go ahead and pop a couple Cure 2s. We'll put it up top along with Slow, because those spells are useful. Alright. Let's see if Stardust can get me my monster boxes out of here. Because then this will just be cleared out, and we won't have to worry about it again. We're in the back row. We've got pretty decent defense. And monster boxes can be moon stuff, so... hopefully Stardust is enough. Oh, Edward took off. Edward ran off. That's to be expected, I guess. I don't think it's going to happen, honestly. This is not going to happen yet. We just don't have the hit points to make this work just yet. Alright, I guess we do the magnetic cave. Depending on who our boss is in the magnetic cave. You know, we get a key item in Baron. Let's do Baron first. That'll add another Rydia to the party. I guess we could chain cast Titan, I suppose. To start with. Did I... We got some hit points. We're going to Stardust Rod the Magus Sisters anyway, so... And they basically can't do anything to us, because this is earlier than you're supposed to fight the Magus Sisters. Well, I was wrong about that. We're going to have to arrow these nerds. I want to get Rydia back on her feet before I finish the fight, because I don't want her to lose out on any experience. But these arrows... What? Why did that not... Life 1, Rydia. Get her back up, please. There we go. Alright. We do have one more boss fight we have to win here. Against Antlion. Okay. This is a slightly tougher Antlion. Actually, a much tougher Antlion, because it's got Yang's stats. The one-shots are real. Yeah, that's a really souped-up version of the Antlion, because he's got Yang stats. Alright, let's, You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out the treasures from this dungeon, and then there's a boss at the end, and we'll grab a few levels. A few levels might turn into 100 hit points, and 100 hit points would go a long way for us right now. One of the treasure flags I have turns all of the minor treasures, like if it rolls just a minor treasure like a healing item or something, it just automatically turns it into gold for us. So we're only pulling quote-unquote worthwhile treasures out of treasure boxes. And oh, that headband actually... No, everybody's got a good helmet. You see where it actually says R discard on the treasure box when I open one? And the reason is for inventory management, because this game has limited inventory space. If you don't want an item, you can throw it away immediately instead of having to carry it all around. And in fact, that's what most runners do when they play this game, is just discard all the items just by reflex, and then if it's actually something they want, you can open the box and take it. But I'm a pack rat. I err on the side of carrying absolutely everything, as you can see. Don't need to worry about a save point just yet. A couple 100 hit points would really do the trick. We got a couple bosses that we'd be able to handle. If only. Yeah, there's a secret passage up here to come around the other side, I think. Right here. You can barely see the discoloration in the walls in this version of the game. There's another Elven Bow. Is that what I want for you? You've already got one. She's got the Samurai Bow, that's right. We'll just probably sell that then. I think what I actually... Oh, I can't warp out of the dungeon, that's right. Warp only takes you back one floor. And Rosa actually doesn't start with exit. That's something that a lot of people don't realize. Rosa will not learn exit naturally. She only learns exit as a function of completing the Tower of Zot, where she casts it as part of the story. Oh, I guess we can't go from this direction. I don't think I knew that, actually. Okay, fair enough. Makes sense, though, because there's no way to get back up. How would you get back to your airship? So you've got to fight that boss from the other side of the cave. Alright, fair enough. I learned something.
Shoutouts to Nourish'em for sponsoring this video, and to everybody who helps make my channel possible by supporting me on Patreon.